All right, so let's do a mic check. Let me see if I can edit this already. It's 1 hour. Editor. It's usually not possible to edit until like you can now choose if you want to allow third-party companies to use your content to train. Allow. Selected all. Anyway, somebody showed their PP at the end of the last stream. Terrible. I mean, at least if it were easy to just remove, to edit quickly, but it's not. It takes basically 24 hours before you can start editing, which is ridiculous. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, audio is good. Let me check my iPhone live. 1, 2, 3. Okay, sounds okay. All right, so we were watching. Oh, I closed it. We were watching Dark Matter 25. Where is he? Where is this guy?
With the people, but with the powerful. Those with power can freely choose to do what's right or wrong. The choice.
Those with power can freely. Who exactly is free to choose? Is Trump free to choose whatever he wants? Is Elon Musk free to choose? Who is this person, virtual person who is free? Who is that guy?
Is yours, but the results are quite different. You have the power to take it all, but the world that would result from that is not a world you would want to live in.
What? I don't understand.
Those with the real responsibility to avoid violence lie not with the people, but with the powerful. Those with power can freely choose to do what's right or wrong. The choice is yours, but the results are quite different. You have the power to take it all, but the world that would result from that is not a world you would want to live in.
I don't know what he's saying. There he goes with the public school. Oh my god. Communists, they love public education. Oh, classroom. Oh, the classroom. They basically pee their panties when they see a classroom. The most disgusting evil place in the universe where you hold children against their will. Basically a jail system using violence and threats against children and parents. This is what they love. Public education, public education, public education. We have to force feed little children. We have to put them in chairs so they're immobile. We have to immobilize them and separate them and put an adult in front. It's so good. It's pure propaganda. Just force children to. Oh, we have somebody. Oh, Dr. Tapioca Weasel. Wait, you're unsubbing this? Wait, what? Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about how to reproduce this. I'm unable to reproduce Bell's inequality. So I don't. Yeah, it's it's open here, but I don't know how to do it. I'm stuck. Where is the this? I want to reproduce this in code, but I can't. Uh, wait, what are you saying? I'm glad you didn't take that serious. I mean, I'm taking it to heart. Let's just say that. So, I mean, I would really like to be able to disprove Bell, but I'm unable to disprove Bell. So I don't know what to do with it. I feel I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I wish I could produce this graph. This graph is fake. It's actually stretched. It's not the actual graph. The actual graph looks like this. I'm unable to get 1 at 180 degrees, nor 0 at 0 and 360. So that's a problem. I have my intuition is that it should be doable. I should be able to reproduce the red line, which is the data. I should be able to do it, but uh it's going to take more work. I think Bell's paradox is just a paradox. I should be able to do it. I think it's I should be able to do it. I'm taking a break right now from quantum mechanics for a little while. So yeah, that's the situation. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's listen. What? Like in an experiment, you want to reproduce the line experimentally, theoretically. Well, all I need to do is write the code, right? I just need to write the measure method of the particle. Somehow, this thing needs to give me this curve, but in order to reproduce the data, wait, you've taken a break from what? Um, that's fair. I've taken many breaks from. Oh, okay. Yeah. 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 Okay, we have
Oh,
someone. We have it.
what's up?
Hello.
What's up, Mr. Steve?
Hello, Miss.
What do you mean we have someone? You streaming this shit?
Yeah, I'm streaming. Yeah, I am
Okay,
streaming. How are you?
okay. I'm all right. What do you mean by disinformed?
Luigi Mangione is disinformed. I mean, let's start from the he believes that if he kills a CEO, he's going to somehow miraculously improve the situation.
What?
That's
How do you know he believes that?
Excuse me.
How do you know he believes that?
How do I know he believes that by murdering a CEO, he's going to improve the situation? I mean, he did it. Why else did he
How
murder?
how do you know he believes that?
Then why else did he do it? Why did he do it?
There could be any number of reasons. How do you know? Because you are making a claim that you
Hmm.
know he believes that. How do you know he believes that?
I mean, because I read his manifesto, I guess. I mean, it's pretty
Okay,
clear.
okay,
Hmm.
that okay. Is there anywhere in the manifesto that backs up your claim?
Yeah, he says these parasites gotta go.
Okay, but your claim was that, um, and correct me if I'm wrong, that he knows that the assassination will improve something.
Let me just. I need to just give the link to this room so that others can join us from YouTube. Um,
Why do you need backup? Why
no,
can't you
not
just have a
no, not
Why
backup.
can't you just have a discussion?
No, no, no. I'm giving other people are asking me for the link to join this room, so I just
Hmm,
that's what I did.
okay,
So what are
weird.
you asking? What are you saying?
I'm s- So you're making a claim,
Mhm.
and correct me if I'm wrong, that
Mm-hmm.
he knew or he had the opinion, at least,
Mm-hmm.
that assassinating the CEO would affect change.
But yeah, you can't create a new like good healthcare company because it's all run by very corrupt elite oligarchs.
Wait, so
Okay.
my
What?
claim is that
Okay, so
Luigi was disinformed, at least in his thought that by murdering a CEO, he's going to improve the situation. So that,
okay,
No, he wasn't trying to improve the
so
situation. He was just trying to just send a message.
but isn't the purpose of the message to improve the situation?
okay,
No,
so
because
here, hold on. Here's the problem, Mr. Slave.
Mm-hmm.
The title of your chat right now
Mm-hmm.
is that he was disinformed.
Mm-hmm.
So to claim that he was disinformed,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have some sort of evidence that he was informed falsely.
Mm-hmm.
So either change the title of the VC or um, something. I don't know.
No, he was disinformed by
By who? By who? By
he.
who?
Well, I mean, asking three times before you give me a chance to answer one. So, at least by two people that he mentions by name in his manifesto. So, one of them I know is Moore. I forgot his first name. A producer of leftist movies. So he quoted "Hello, AL Trucker." He actually quoted he referenced the name of Moore, the movie producer, as someone who can make the argument why he is assassinating the CEO.
Okay, do you have a copy or a link to the manifesto?
Let me get it. Hold on. So it's a me, Luigi. It's a me, Luigi. It's a me. Hold on.
Well, I mean, if you want to do a fucking stupid ass fucking bullshit for your YouTube, I mean
No,
that's
no.
cool. But
Every time I just say Luigi, I have to. I
Hey,
have to.
it's okay, Mr. Slave. I'm here. Your backup is here. I'm here. So
thank you. He needs backup for sure.
what am I backing him up with?
I don't know. You said you were backup.
Yeah, but
no,
I
but at
mean,
the end
I'm
of the
not.
day, Luigi wasn't trying to send. We don't even know if he really was the actual shooter. By the way,
I
he
put.
could have still been framed.
I put the.
Yo,
The.
no, he was the shooter.
I copy pasted.
Well, how do you know that? Because people are presumed innocent until proven guilty in the United States.
I pasted the manifesto. So Moore show.
That's not a manifesto. That
No.
is a couple paragraphs.
Well,
A
call it.
manifesto doesn't have a required length, in my opinion.
Okay, but the manifesto is longer than that.
Okay. These. This is what they found, presumably, allegedly, on the allegedly Luigi. It's a me, Mangione.
Gimme baby, man got capicola.
Anyway. Anyway, it's a me, Luigi. Do you want to defend him?
Oh,
It's a
it's
me.
me, Mario. Actually, my enemy brother, Wario. I got barrels too.
So the manifesto is not the manifesto, and the shooter is not the shooter. And
Oh,
what?
well, everybody actually make a point. Actually, make a point. Instead
Shooter,
of being
shooter's not the
stupid
shooter.
fuck.
Shooter's not the shooter.
So
So
you're.
smart, man.
So
Are
you're.
you a detective?
Parmigiano Reggiano.
Are you a detective?
Margherita.
Anyway, so your defense for it's a me Luigi is that he didn't write a manifesto, and he what else did he not?
Wait, you're Luigi? How are you talking from jail? You said me, Luigi, right?
It's a me, Luigi. It's a me. Anyway.
Okay, how are you talking from jail?
Oh my god. Anyway.
Anyway. Okay, go ahead, me, Luigi.
Anyway, what's your defense? I'm listening. I gave you my.
What defense?
Okay, I told you he's
Why and
disinformed.
what defense?
You read. You ask me how do I know everything I know. Here is the evidence how I know. Right. This is where we ended up the conversation.
Okay, well,
you said, show
okay.
me.
If you actually want me to respond, you mentioned, I believe, two people specifically that disinformed him.
Yeah.
What you posted has no names, you dumb fuck.
Hey, come on, be nice. Be nice to.
No,
It's
I'm not gonna be.
me. It's a me,
I'm not gonna be
Luigi.
nice if you're gonna be a dumbass piece of shit.
Wait, it says that the right 4 lines on the bottom.
There is no names in what you posted, you dumb fuck.
Hey, stop. So it says.
Hey, no, you stop. I don't give a shit if you're fucking streaming this on fucking YouTube for fucking cunts. All right?
Oh my. Jesus Christ, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, it escalated quickly because you cannot provide actual substantive information in regards to what you claimed, you dumb fuck.
Why are you getting so upset?
Because you are claiming something for your fucking YouTube bullshit.
I'm claiming something
Can I-
for my YouTube.
Can I ask what was?
Mhm.
Can I ask what was claimed?
He
Well-
claimed that two people disinformed him that he was referencing in the manifesto, and he posted in the side chat a portion of the manifesto, not the entire manifesto, and the portion that he posted has no names in it.
I know the names.
Fine, post the manifesto.
The names are Mario and Wario.
I already talked about Wario, you dumb fuck.
Anyway,
I also mentioned Bowser and Mr. Well, I didn't say it, but I will say Mr. Bomb 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 or whatever the fuck. He was
How about
probably the one
Princess
that did it.
Peach? How about
No.
Princess Peach?
Princess Peach always gets herself into situations.
anyway, if you look at what I posted,
Yeah, it has 0 names.
no, it does. It has Rosenthal and
Okay,
more.
okay. Where?
Well, on my screen, let me share my screen, but it's towards the end, like 4 lines.
That's not what you. Not any. Okay, Rosenthal and more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, EG. Do you know what EG means?
No.
Great.
Anyway, but if you read what he says here, he says, obviously the problem is more complex, but I do not have space, and frankly, I do not pretend to be the most qualified person to lay out the full argument. But many have.
Okay, so but
Mhm.
but you specifically said that he was misinformed,
Mm-hmm.
and your proof of that
Mm-hmm.
was 2 people, right?
Mhm.
This okay, so this Rosenthal and more.
Right. So he
Right.
says, but
Okay.
many. Right.
So
Mhm.
what do you think
Mhm.
they disinformed him of?
Well, let's read what he
How
says.
did they disinform?
Well, let's read. So he says, but many have illuminated the corruption and greed, Rosenthal and more, decades ago, and the problems simply remain. So, well, apparently, I mean, there's supposed to be a video, a movie that Moore made about the healthcare system, the US system compared to other countries. And I guess it's a me Luigi. He thinks that it's about corruption and greed. That is That is the problem that he picked up from Rosenthal and Moore. So they
Okay,
disinformed him.
so your argument is that the American healthcare system does not rely on corruption and greed.
That's based. I don't know if that's what I'm
Because you're saying he was disinformed.
right. Right.
So, was he disinformed about corruption and greed in the healthcare system in America?
I mean, about corruption certainly, and probably about greed.
Well, how do you know certainly?
How do I know certainly? No, I mean, I
Okay,
don't.
so you don't know.
I'm not sure I understand your question. I mean,
You say that he's disinformed,
yes.
and you say, first of all, the corruption. You don't think there's corruption,
Correct.
right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how do you know that there is not corruption in America's healthcare system?
Well, what do you mean there is? I don't even know what that would entail. Like
You said there is not corruption
correct
in America's healthcare system. How do you know that?
I mean, like how do you know that there isn't a dinosaur?
No. I'm asking you I'm
Yeah.
asking you a question.
Yes.
Because you said that you know that there is not corruption in the healthcare system in America.
Right. So this basically
how do you know that?
Yes. So this basically you're asking a question in the philosophy of epistemology. Like how do we know? Like what is knowing? So like
So do you know or do you not know? Because you
just
claimed to know.
Yes.
You claimed to know.
Yes.
So do you know or do you not know?
Yes, I do know. Yes. Just
okay,
like
how do you know that there is no corruption in America's healthcare system?
So just like I know that there isn't Jesus.
No, not just like.
How do you
How
know?
do you know?
Yeah,
How do you know
Mhm.
that? What evidence do you have to
Mhm.
know that there is no corruption in America's healthcare system?
That's exactly it, because there is no evidence. No evidence has been presented.
Okay, so then you don't know.
I don't know. What do you mean I don't know? I just
Do you
told
know or do you not know? Because you made the claim, I'm not going to let you back off of it.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Okay, so are you willing to relinquish your point, or are you going to just stammer?
I don't even know what those words mean. What is stammer? How do you even spell
stammer? Is what you are doing. You are trying to just blah 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 instead of addressing my question to you, because you claimed knowledge and then you went to epistemology, which is dumb as fuck, and you will not answer my question as to whether or not you know or don't know.
1 second. Stammer means to speak with involuntary pauses or repetitions. You're not.
Yes, and you are stammering around the question.
You
claim to know that there is no corruption in the healthcare system. I'm asking you how you know that, and then you went to epistemology, and I'm asking you directly right now how you know or do not know that there is corruption in America's healthcare system, because you claimed to know.
Yes, and you keep repeating yourself while not allowing me to answer.
And because you will not answer.
But you are not allowing me to answer.
You went to Jesus.
Yes.
After this bullshit. Answer the fucking question, dude.
I'm trying. You're not letting me speak.
No, you are not trying. Go ahead. I'll give you a minute or two. Go ahead.
A minute? Wow. Anyway, so well, I already told you I have not been presented evidence that there is corruption. So you're welcome to present evidence that there is corruption, and we can, discuss it. As far as I know, there is no corruption. and we can discuss.
No, well, but
Mhm.
that was not your statement. You said that you know that there is no corruption.
And that's why I spoke of epistemology. Like, how would I know that there is
No,
no?
no, but
Why don't you?
exactly.
Why do
You
you?
wouldn't know.
Why do
You
you?
wouldn't know. So then you should not claim that you know
Mr. Space Booties, why do you not let me finish sentences?
because you have nothing to say of substance.
Mr. Space Booties, I never interrupt you, and you never let me finish a sentence. So at least let me finish some of the sentences once in a while. If you're,
You are correct. You are correct. I should be more appreciative of your time.
thank you. So look, I mean, I understand your question, but in general, like when I say there is no God, right? I have not been what does that mean? It means I have not been presented evidence that there is a God. So, right, for all intents and purposes, there is no God. Like, how do I know that there is no X? Right? Can I ever say that there is no X? Right? How do I know that there is no goat in front of me right now, that there is no plant, that there is no spaghetti sauce in front of me right now? How do I know? But I'm looking and I don't see it. So the conclusion is it's not there. That's it. So I've not been presented evidence, for example, using my eyes, that there is a bottle of whiskey in front of me. So as far as I know, it's right. This is epistemology. So as far as I know, I don't know how else to answer the question. So if you think there is corruption, if Mr. Rosenthal and Moore think that there is corruption in the health industry, health insurance industry, that's disinformation. It's very straightforward.
Wait.
Mhm.
You made a really giant leap there
Okay.
about disinformation.
Okay. Go ahead. What do you mean leap? I mean, I don't know what Moore said, but Mhm,
Okay, so
mhm.
because you don't know what they said,
Correct.
you don't know whether or not it is disinformation.
Look, I'm not.
And then so hold on.
Mhm,
And so to claim that it is disinformation,
mhm.
you do not know the information to claim that it is disinformation.
Look, again, this goes to knowing an epistemology. So it's
And
always
and 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 you already stated that you do not know even what Rosenthal and Morse said. So you
yes,
don't have any idea whether or not it is information or disinformation.
incorrect. So
Okay. So please explain to me how you know that it is disinformation.
very good. But you you, look, this again and again goes to epistemology.
No, it does not.
Mm-hmm,
You are claiming disinformation,
mm-hmm,
and I'm asking you
mm-hmm.
if you have any idea what Rosenthal and Moore said and whether or not it is information or disinformation.
Yes. So I have an idea what Rosenthal and Moore are saying because we have here.
Please describe what they are saying.
Well, I'm reading from Monsieur Itzami Luigi. So Itzami Luigi, he says, but many have illuminated the corruption and greed Rosenthal and Moore. So I have it from Mr. Itzami Luigi that he says that Rosenthal and Moore illuminated the corruption and greed.
Okay, and how specifically did they illuminate that?
I don't know.
You have no idea. So you have no basis on which to make your claim of whether or not it is information or disinformation.
Incorrect.
There you go. Headshot. You're dumb as fuck. Shut the fuck up.
Hmm. Very nice. Yeah. Debating communists. What else is new? La 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 la. Here, let's get back to listening to Mr. Communism is the best thing. Look, this is what he loves. Oh, a high ceiling, neon lights, a blackboard. Um, what do you call this system? Public, a PA system, public announcement system. Oh, oh, they love it. They love it. This is the love of their life. Putting children in chairs and indoctrinating them. Oh. I mean, they love this. The children can look outside, but they cannot be outside. That's the trick. Ah, delicious. Delicious.
During the full 100 years of the 20th century, there were 360 school shootings in the United States. We are still in the first quarter of the 21st century, and yet so
Why are there schools? Why do schools exist? I don't get it.
far in the 21st century, there have been 575 school
I don't think there's a single child on the planet who would go to school if you didn't force them to go to school. Once you force them to go to school, it's basically a jail. So you get violence. You force children to be together with other children. Some of them are violent, some of them are less, some of them more. But the more violent are going to be violent with the less violent, and you're gonna get school. One of the things you're gonna get is school shootings. All right, congratulations, you created this problem.
shootings, already far more than the entirety of the 20th century. Now, some of these school shooters were inspired by each other and copied each other, yet they were all universally hated. Everyone was disgusted by what they did. They were seen as monsters. Soon it became anathema to even speak their names. They terrified regular people like myself, as I have a child in school. Even if I didn't, though, I would still be horrified by it. Everybody knows that children don't deserve to be killed. Well, most of us know that.
Well, I mean, most of us know that. I mean, some children are extreme bullies. I mean, maybe you were not bullied, but some children go through extreme bullying. That to say that they're not deserving of death, I mean, okay, they're not this, I don't know. I mean, according to you, they're children, they're angels. So you don't make a distinction between children. All children are angels. All right.
That. Yet, despite how hated.
So you think that when you have a school shooting, it's never there's never a motivation? You cannot imagine a child being bullied to an extent that he loses his mind and he becomes a school shooter? Theoretically, you don't think that can happen? That a child can snap?
Those killers were. It kept happening. And now it happens more than ever before. So here's a hypothetical for you. If it can become a trend to commit
Yeah, he just hates guns. He just hates that people have guns because he is a Marxist fascist and only the government should have guns. Only the government, the delicious government. Everything should be in the hands of government. Everything should be in the hands of the elites. No freedom. He just hates freedom.
an act of violence that makes you hated? Can it become a trend to commit an act of violence that makes you beloved? It seems to me like that's at least possible, if not likely. And I say that without moral judgment of my own. I'm not advocating it, I'm examining it and presenting it for consideration. There are around 20,000 murders per year in the United States. Of course, you don't hear about the vast majority of them. People like my brother-in-law, who fought back against a couple of muggers and was shot in the head for it. I believe they got away with about 20.
Why do you fight against muggers ever? That's the first rule of self-defense. Give them everything. Just give them everything. Do exactly what they say. Never fight them.
$20. There was a single paragraph about it in a local newspaper. That's it. The murderers were never.
How much?
I believe they got away with about $20. There was a single paragraph about it in a local newspaper. That's it. The murderers were never caught. The police did not seem to care all that much. To them, it was boring, routine. It was as if they already knew the killers would never be caught. They were already written off. But it's a very different story when someone of note is killed.
I lost my house due to medical bills. We are screwed. You lost your house due to medical bills? We are screwed. Mhm. Under that CEO, denial of claims for seniors who suffered a fall or had a stroke rose from 17% to 33%. Okay, so he shot the CEO. Have things improved? Are things going to improve? Can you show me the theory, the scientific theory by which if we shoot CEOs, we improve situations? So maybe we should shoot more CEOs. Maybe we should execute all the CEOs. Why stop with CEOs? Let's shoot many more people. I don't know. Maybe mass executions, and there you go. And that's why every communist regime turns into mass execution, because let's try, let's just try killing and killing and killing and killing and killing. That's it. And that's how it ends. It's always just mass executions. They start with one execution, but they never stop because it doesn't help. Because that's not a proper scientific theory. You don't have an explanation how the execution is going to improve the situation. But they don't stop. They say, there's nothing to lose. There's plenty of people. There's billions. Let's just mass execute. Mass execute. Who knows? It's like rolling the dice. Who knows? Maybe it will work. Maybe the situation will improve. Who knows? Let's test it. This greed has no boundaries. Okay, so fantastic. So keep executing. Don't stop. Keep executing. Just mass executions. That's all you know what to do. That's all you know. That's all you're good for. Communists are only good for mass executions. That's how we know you. That's why we love you so much. That's why people run away from you. I'm sorry, run to you. Everybody's trying to move to North Korea. No one is trying to escape North Korea. No one is trying to enter free countries like the US. No one. No, everybody's running away from the United States, right?
What I saw among the general public recently after the shooting of the United Healthcare CEO was quite unprecedented. People were certainly united, weren't they? The media tried to condemn it, and some tried to twist it into partisan politics, but that did not seem to work. Neither right nor left mattered. People were united across the political spectrum, which is unusual because that devious spectrum itself exists to divide us and to keep us fighting amongst ourselves rather than for our own self-interests. It's exceedingly proficient at pitting us against each other. But for a moment, out of the countless shootings in this country, there was actually one that most of the public, at the very least, did not mind, regardless of political affiliation. It was a unification of sentiment I had not seen since the killing of Osama bin Laden, and he was guilty of an act of terrorism that took 3,000 lives. What if your death had a similar reaction? That's a hell of a thing, isn't it? Imagine millions of people either celebrating your death or at the very least not minding it. It's a scary thought. I would imagine that it's at least disconcerting for the peers of that CEO, especially as they try to live in a society that cheered for his killer, a society that is more heavily armed than ever before. I fear that his peers will take away the exact wrong message, which will be the status quo plus more security. To the peers of that CEO, I don't want to see you be killed. I don't even want there to be a death penalty, but I'd much rather see you.
Yeah, but he's gonna keep supporting murderers. He doesn't. It's like the mafia. Hey, I don't want to have to blow up your business, but listen, I don't have a choice. If you don't do what I say, I'm gonna blow up your business, and I'm gonna keep executing it until you start listening to me. I don't want to hurt you. It's like an abusive parent. I don't want to hurt you, but I'm gonna keep beating you up until you listen to me.
Be the change so that people have no desire to kill you. And I want that to be the reason that you are no longer in danger. It wasn't like the CEO was a well...
You should be a good behaving child. So I'm going to beat you up until you're well behaved. I don't want to have to beat you up. I don't want to have to punish you, but I'm going to keep on punishing you until you do as I say. Fantastic. Terrific. Great parent. Great parenting.
...known man, not like Osama bin Laden was. We all know that the vast majority of people who cheered for his death did not know his name the day before he was killed. If you asked anyone on the street who Brian Thompson was, they wouldn't know, and a lot of them probably still wouldn't know. But what they do know is what the company he worked for does, and that's all they need to know. So it's not even about personal hatred. That CEO could have been anybody. It was what he represented that mattered. It was what he agreed to do in his profession that angered everyday, regular people. When your chosen profession affects the lives of millions of people, ethical behavior is absolutely mandatory. But what if your profession itself makes ethical behavior impossible? Well, then nobody should be doing it in the first place. And the mere act of doing it becomes an indictment. What if more people died because of you than because of bin Laden? Not because of any sort of ideological hatred, not because of explicit, highly
What does that mean? What does that mean? What did Brian Thompson kill someone? What do you mean? Did he? If he killed a single person, why did you, Mister Dark Matter 2525? Why didn't you go to the police and file a complaint against Brian Thompson, who killed someone? If he killed someone, go to the police and file a complaint. Why didn't you do it? If he killed even a single person, if he hurt even a single person, why didn't you go to the police and file a complaint?
visible violence, like flying planes into buildings, but merely because it's part of doing business. A stroke of the pen. It's so much more civil, isn't it? It allows you to pretend that you have the moral high ground. We have the ability to save your life, but somebody else's pen said no. We have the ability to stop your pain, but somebody else's pen said no. It may seem ridiculous to compare that to Nazis and jihadists, but
What do you mean? Then, okay, Mr. Dark Matter, why don't you create a new health insurance company and provide whatever you're suggesting that Brian Thompson could have provided? Why don't you create a health insurance company and you provide those things that you think you can provide better than other health insurance companies? Certainly, you're going to give a better service, so people will flock to your insurance company just like they flocked to Brian Thompson's company. So they're going to flock to yours even more, and you'll take over the market and you'll give us the perfect health insurance. Why are you not doing it, Mr. Dark Matter 2525?
the only real difference is in their reasons. They're all overseers of pain, suffering, and death. Some do it because of hatred, while others do it for profit. It's nothing personal to them, but of course, to you, it's the most personal it can be. It's your life. In the end, though, no matter how someone dies, the fact that they died carries an impact, and that works both ways. 10 days after the United Healthcare CEO was killed, the billionaire founder of the Mango fashion company died in a hiking accident. He fell 150 feet to his death. The comments I saw on that news story could not exactly be described as sad. What's going on here? Did these commenters know that man? Did they wake up feeling wronged by that man? Did they even know his name before that day? Probably not. What he did do, however, was accumulate billions of dollars during a time when many of us are struggling. That's what the
What does it mean to accumulate billions of dollars? What does that mean, to accumulate money? What is money? What are you accumulating? Money is credit. Money is, remember, it's basically an IOU. Money is an IOU. It's a piece of paper that says X owes Y. People owe me. But it's not the application of the own. It's not give me something. I'm not taking something from you. I'm just you're giving me a piece of paper instead of giving me something. So maybe at a later date, I can give you back the piece of paper, and then you have to give me actually something, a good. Money is just credit. Money is basically just credit. It's when I work for you, you give me money. That just means that, remember, a day will come and I'll ask you to work for me. A day will come and I'll actually ask you for an apple. I'll ask you for an actual good. But for now, it's just, let's remember that I gave society. Money, whoever. Oh, the sad face of evil is back.
A sad face. I have a very happy face,
Yes, you do.
smiling, cheery.
Yes.
Look at my picture. Look at my profile picture. Look at that smile.
I know.
It's $1 million smile.
I know. It's true.
What you up to?
I'm
What's the video
reviewing.
you react?
I'm reviewing why some deaths are celebrated by Mr. Dark Matter 2525.
Dark Matter is very hit or miss.
Yes, he is very hit or miss. I agree. Yeah. Like
What did he say this time?
This time he's pro execution of CEOs.
Just any CEO? I mean,
Well, I don't know. I mean, he didn't distinguish between them.
okay, we should probably do that. He should probably say like, well, if the CEO is like evil and he's like, the equivalent of a dictator, then
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Let me just change the name of the stream. More about it's a me,
Luigi.
Luigi Mangione was disfigured, disappointed, disinformed. La 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 la. Do you know what song I'm singing? La 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 la.
Oh no, what is that?
It's one of the memes that, like, when you show a montage these days, like if there's a montage, then they use the ti la 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 la. Anyway, yeah, Mr. So they say I heard that they're Mr. It's a me Luigi. He's saying that he has brain fog. He has a brain some brain aneurysm or something. That's what I heard. That's the latest news. They're going to go with some medical insanity.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Interesting.
That's the no. I heard. I don't know if it's true. That is what I heard. I don't see it. I'm looking at the YouTube and I don't see it. I don't see it. But it is interesting to debate people about it's a me Luigi. It's very interesting to debate people.
Yeah, how did your previous conversations go? I have to leave sometime. I missed the end of those conversations.
The conversation we just had, there was a guy with good vocabulary who was not letting me speak. And then I asked him to speak, and he said, okay, you can speak. And he let me speak a little bit, and then he used a profanity and left. So, anyway,
Wow.
he asked me,
Um,
how do you know that Luigi was disinformed? How do I know that Luigi was disinformed?
Right.
So, I tried, but he wouldn't let me speak. So, it's difficult to answer questions, especially when they don't let you speak.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I mean, I hate when people do that. It's just ridiculous.
Right. But actually, I love it when they do it because they're telling you that they know they're wrong. That's how you know Luigi knows he's wrong. If you know you're right, then you debate. I mean, Luigi he said, obviously, the problem is more complex, but I do not have space, and frankly, I do not pretend to be the most qualified person to lay out the full argument. So he explicitly says he doesn't know why he's executing the CEO. La 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 la. Here are the words. Obviously, the problem is more complex, but I do not have space. Okay, let's say. I mean, what do you mean you do not have space? Well, what do you need? What does that even mean? What?
Weird. I mean, he can literally like ask like ChatGPT, like stuff. Like, I mean, like there's not that much work to do in terms of the research. Like,
I guess you could even do that, but he literally says, and frankly, I do not pretend. Listen to this. I do not pretend to be the most qualified person to lay out the full argument. So, what do you mean the most qualified? I mean, either you can lay out the argument, which you did. I mean, in this in this manifesto, you laid out the argument.
yeah, he should have linked to someone who did have the full argument.
He
right?
did.
He would have just.
So he gave us the
Oh, did he?
names. He said Moore and Rosenthal are better. He said, but many have illuminated the corruption here, the corruption and greed decades ago, and the problems simply remain.
Wait,
So,
who's Rosenthal? There's
Something
more than
that's
one. All right.
something that's worth pointing out is that he could have been very stressed at that moment. He's facing a life imprisonment,
wait,
and he
nobody
could have just.
nobody speak slower and clearer and state your position. What's your position?
I'm just saying that La Luigi, he might have been like extremely stressed or anxious when he said that, and that could have impacted his cognition when he said the statement.
Look, I'm stressed. Everybody's stressed, but we don't go around murdering CEOs. I mean, he seems to have a manifesto. It's not like he's stressed and he walked up to a stranger and punched him in the face.
Yeah, because he was stressed, but he was okay to get a gun, to get fake ID,
Yeah,
to like write a
yeah, but
manifesto. Like,
that is not what I meant.
all
I
right.
meant that the statement that you posted from Luigi,
The
he
statement.
could have just fumbled his thinking in that moment due to stress
What?
or
What?
something.
Look,
He could have just fumbled his thinking.
I can't understand what you're saying. Let me raise the
He could have
volume.
fumbled his thinking. Was he under pressure when he made the statement?
Yeah,
Where's it
that's
from?
what I'm saying. He might have been under pressure
What do you mean he
when
might
he
have
made that
been?
statement.
What do you mean he might have been? He wrote a manifesto. We can read the manifesto. I don't know. There's no He didn't
You
say.
said
He didn't
you said
say.
he has brain fog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't see. I'm not finding anything on YouTube. Somebody told me.
but there is in certain instances, if I'm attacked by a bear, then I can't recite the Norwegian national anthem on the spot. The stress would impact my cognition.
Okay,
I can't
look.
even do that normally.
Yeah,
I don't know what
look.
that says about me, but there you go.
Look. So we have the manifesto. We can read the manifesto. He did complain that he doesn't have enough space. Right? He said, "I do not have space." So there is a problem of space to, to explain why he thinks murdering a CEO is a terrific thing to do. He just doesn't have the space to do it. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means to not have space. Like where?
He might have space in his
Like,
manifesto. I mean,
what do you mean
sorry,
space
go
in the manifesto?
Yeah.
What you only allot like one piece of paper? Like what's the
no.
who?
Listen to me, right? He's
Yeah,
writing a manifesto,
yeah.
and there's a deadline to when he can kill the CEO. Like the CEO is in a particular place at a particular time
But
and
he didn't say I don't
for
have the.
enacting his plan.
He didn't say I don't have the time. He said I don't have the
He didn't.
space.
Yeah.
He said I don't have
Well,
the
maybe he
space.
was restricted. Maybe his hard drive space was full.
The what? The
You don't
hair?
know.
His hair didn't
The
dry.
hard drive.
Oh yeah, I see. So could this be for an argument which he thinks could possibly be true?
No, I
So
think
he's just
I think he felt that he needs to write the manifesto on a bullet. And there's not enough space on the bullet or something. I don't know. I don't know what he meant. What does it mean not to have enough space? What does that mean? I don't know what it means. Where? Who?
Luigi's his
Like who limited you with the space? Like what are we in the first century that you have to write on a stone? You have to carve it on a stone, and you don't have enough space on the stone. I don't know what it means to not have enough space. Listen, I don't have enough space. It's like I'm gonna go kill the CEO. About the explanation, I don't have enough space. What? What does that mean?
He might not have enough space. I mean, he's standing here. My tech is pretty locked down. So there you go. I mean, there's no
His tech
space.
is locked down, but he doesn't have enough space to explain why he's doing it.
Exactly. The
Well,
software, the CAD software took up, and the social engineering, it took up too much space.
Oh my
This,
god! I don't know. What do you
Mm.
mean? Wait, maybe we can help you. You should have come to Discord and created a room on PNR server and named the room. I don't have enough space to explain why I'm executing a CEO. Someone please help me. I need more space. No, I would have helped you. I don't know.
He may
Like,
not have
just
had the space to do that. I mean, he didn't even have the space
I think no. I
to
think
expand on what
no.
he was saying. How would he have
n-
space to install Discord? I mean,
No, I think he meant
know,
space in the visible universe. I think he meant within the visible universe. There's not enough space. There's just not enough space. It's a problem.
yeah.
I think that's a problem. Anyway, so but
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this guy out. But when you talk to people, when you talk
It's
to Mhm.
sorry, I
oh.
didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to make a comment about maybe he sees these people as engaging in rent-seeking behavior, and he hates them for some reason.
I don't know. I don't know. He says there's not enough space to explain.
But I got an idea
Okay, go
actually.
ahead.
So maybe he fears that if he says the argument, that the press will try to twist it in some way. So he wants them to read something from Rosenthal and more
But he said
instead.
there's not enough space. He literally says, I don't have enough space. I don't know what that means. I do not have enough
When did he give this
space.
statement? Is this a public statement? Where was this
It's in the
made?
manifesto. It's in the middle of the manifesto. I do not. He's like as he
Space.
writes the manifesto. He writes, "I do not have enough space to
Oh,
to
but if
to."
he
Exp-
wrote the manifesto at McDonald's or something, he may not have had enough
Not
space.
enough
He might be in a
space.
small, like what do you call those, like seats, like at the desk, like at the table,
I
Maybe
don't
in
know.
kind of we say like a booth. He didn't have enough space. His elbows were hitting the sides of the thing. You don't know. Might have been sitting at the kids' table.
Hey, he doesn't have enough
His knees were
space.
hitting the table. He's like, oh, I don't have enough space. Oh my god,
I
the
think,
CEOs
but
are
I think
causing this.
Oh my god.
okay. So the space thing is a mystery maybe, but so far I think I might have come up with the reason why we wanted them to read from Rosenthal and more,
Well, no, Moore
that the
makes
press can like
movies.
distort
Moore
argument
Moore is a movie maker. Moore made a movie.
more. Why
Moore.
would they?
Let me
I don't know
find.
who more is.
Well, that's
I
just
can see
it
the
becomes
name more.
stranger the more one analyzes it.
Yes.
A movie maker, but more there's many. Oh yeah, so what more is this?
Exactly. Which more is he talking about? There's so many different mores.
Or maybe he said the word more as in more of this. Rosenthal and more. Maybe no, he meant actually meant someone called more.
No. Moore is a famous guy. Here's that's Moore.
Wait a
I
minute. He doesn't say him explicitly. Which more? Does he?
That's true. He doesn't say explicitly which Moore. There's many Moores. Michael Moore. Oh, Michael Moore responds on the Rational National.
Really?
Yes.
Rational.
Movie maker, I guess.
Anyway, so it's a me Luigi. He's amazing. He's just amazing. He is just the most incredible person ever. But look, when I debate people that defend him, like I would say most people on Discord, I would say more than 50%. I would say about 75% of the people on Discord defend it's a me Luigi. But
I mean, I haven't talked to everyone on Discord, so I don't even know if that's true. If they even know.
well,
Like, you just been on PNR and politics.
I'm saying in this room that is named it's a me Luigi. It's a me Luigi. So to this room, I guess people that defend It's a Me Luigi, they come to defend him because this room says he's disinformed. Anyway, so when I debate these people, I'm trying to understand their position. Many times, of course, they leave with extreme anger. They're very angry. How dare I? Like the last person that I debated, he said, "How dare I say that he was disinformed? Like, what's my evidence that it's a me
But if you think
Luigi?"
Moore is disinformed, then and he's referencing Moore, then it would make sense that he would be dis. Is that your argument?
My argument goes to what It's a Me Luigi says. He says, "But many have illuminated the corruption and greed E.G. Rosenthal, Moore." So
Yeah, but I mean,
Moore,
he's not including their first names and date of birth, so that could be anybody. If it was
yes.
just friends, you could have a friend called Moore, another friend called. It
Uh,
could be code names. Those could be Discord users. You use the usernames Rosenthal and Moore.
Yeah. Anyway,
Like I'm the face of evil. I mean, imagine you put me in there, like like the face of evil. You know what I mean?
yeah.
but it could have been stalling too. Maybe he wanted to say something, but he needed more time
He
to
said
come up with
space,
something very
but he
profound.
said space.
Well, the
He
word
says,
space, you have to understand semantic anarchism here. I mean, this guy, when you use a word like, sometimes we just put a sound, a phonetic or a term in as a placeholder for the word that we're looking.
so when he said space, he means a placeholder.
No, he may mean another word.
When he said space, he meant like the space bar. I don't have a space bar. What? What?
No,
What?
space. It could mean something else. Like I don't have enough
Yes, it
resources
could
at the
mean
current time.
anything else.
So when he said
It could mean
space,
Maybe
space in a
it means
metaphorical.
he meant
maybe like
I see, metaphorical space.
Yeah.
Oh,
the space
Hafsa.
could mean
Wait,
that he
Hafsa is
wanted a
Hafsa is
piece of
back.
loaf.
Wait 1 second. Hafsa is back. Hi, Hafsa. How are you? These are my friends.
Hi.
Yeah, the face of evil and nobody are my very good friends.
You said nobody.
Well, your
Is
name
your
seems to be nobody. Anyway, Hafsa, you said that they're gonna use some brain fog. They mentioned something about brain fog. Could you give me the link again? I lost the link.
Okay. No, it's not. I didn't say that that was going to be used in his trial. I just said I just see that they say he had a medical thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they're going to use this in his trial to say he's not guilty or something.
Okay, tell me when you put up the link. What's his
Yeah, I
name?
put the link up.
Okay. I didn't
Luigi
listen.
Mangione apparently had a number of medical conditions that he had been dealing with. He had back pain. He had had a spinal fusion surgery in July of 2023. He'd also apparently complained of irritable bowel symptoms and also something called brain fog. I wanted to talk a little bit about brain fog because I think that this is a symptom that many people can experience for different reasons. Luigi Mangione apparently experienced brain fog during his college years. When we talk about brain fog, what is it that we're talking about? Generally, we're talking about almost exactly what it sounds like, sort of a foggy feeling in your brain, maybe difficulty concentrating, difficulty sort of thinking, decreased focus, maybe problems with your memory, just almost maybe feeling like you're in a haze, some confusion, etc. And this is sort of a non-term for those feelings that someone may have. And what causes brain fog? Well, there's a lot of things that can cause it. Anything from lack of sleep, depression, and anxiety. There are some conditions that notoriously cause brain fog, things like fibromyalgia. Also, a number of long COVID patients report brain fog feelings. Stress can do it. Certain medications can make you feel foggy. It can happen after an illness. It could happen if, say, your blood sugar or blood pressure is too low. There's actually a number of different causes of brain fog. My message to you is if you feel like you have brain fog, it's definitely time to see your doctor.
Hmm. Okay, but who says that he said it? I mean, how do we know that he said it? Like, I follow everything. I listen to everything that these people say.
I don't know
Luigi.
where she got. I don't know where she got this information from, but
Hmm.
I don't know if they gave medical information about him. I don't know.
Okay, I'm looking on YouTube for Luigi brain fog, and there's nothing. So I don't know where she's getting this from. I don't know. Look, he's a genius. He is the valedictorian of a private school that's basically impossible to get into. And he finished his master's in computer programming, I think, in University of Pennsylvania, which is Ivy League. So I don't know
I
if
know. He's a brainy guy.
he's brainy. He's a big brain, and he
Well, before the
reads.
brain fog, at least.
Yeah, before the brain got fogged up, but he is a big brain. Hello, Bruce Lee. So,
If he had brain fog, I mean, that would really
Hello.
hinder him like immediately.
but no one brings it up. I mean, I know I follow everything about It's a Me Luigi, and there's nothing. And
Oh yeah.
I don't know where she's getting it
Did
from.
they? Did he go to the doctor and get checkup or anything?
I mean, he had spine surgery,
The Wall Street
so
Journal wrote an article about it.
about his
Luigi
brain.
Mangione was fixated on brain fog and other health issues.
Show me. Could you link it? Because
Sure,
I,
thank
I
you.
usually
Just give
don't
me like
search. I just search on YouTube. Bruce Lee, whose
Good for you.
side are you on?
Oh, what are the sides?
There's It's a Me Luigi.
Us versus the
Are you
CEOs.
are
But
you
it is
pro
size.
execution of C? Do you think executing CEOs will improve the situation?
The situation of what?
The situation of not killing CEOs. Do you think killing CEOs?
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Yeah.
think?
If you keep killing them, they're all dead. I mean, obviously that would solve the problem.
Do you think the population?
No.
do you think we can curb
We'll
the
get
pop?
a.
The
We'll
question is
get
this.
a. We'll get a new CEO who's probably worse.
No,
What?
not if we kill that one too. If we kill all the CEOs
Look, we're trying
and
to
all the
curb.
replacement CEOs,
We're trying to curb. We're
eventually
trying to.
there'll be none.
We're trying to curb the population
Just
of
destroy all
CEOs.
of humanity, and there'll be no CEOs left.
We're trying to curb
There
the
I
is
C.
propose.
there is the saying.
Look,
Look, it's
sorry.
there's too many CEOs. We need to curb their population.
Yeah, we need to cull them.
I
We're
guess there is the
overpopulated.
saying. There is the saying, never negotiate with a terrorist. So I wonder if
Yes.
they'll try to not change anything, just to prove a point.
Yeah, I think that's where
I
they're going
guess
with this.
if
Like, I mean,
they just bend to the terrorists' will, then they could encourage even more terrorists.
right? That's what they
So,
say, but they bend to terrorism all the time. So that's it's you know,
I
you're right.
can't read
Yeah,
this
that's
article. I
Uh,
can't read this article because I'm not subscribed to Wall Street Journal.
I'm not subscribed, and I can read it
I can read some of it. Like I just linking it
here.
so that he knows that I like.
Let me try. No, I probably can't paste the whole thing, right? It's not gonna let me paste the whole thing.
Well, you can go to like a website
Can you read
like that.
all of it? Can you see all of the article?
Yeah, I can see
No,
the
I
whole
can see
thing.
part of it.
I'm streaming. You can see my stream, so yeah.
I would say this just was an echo when I do that.
There's an echo. I'm gonna try. I can't paste it in Notebook. Notepad. Let me try and paste it onto Notepad. La, 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 la. Oh, it's too big. It's too big.
That's what she said.
Stop. So anyway, let's
Oh
see.
yeah. Is it the message text?
You can try it. I don't know. 12
I
kilobytes.
can't open it. It says, why does it say Indeed Jobs? Oh,
The hell? What?
Yeah, you should be able
Let me
to
see if I
open.
can save it to files. Let me save it to files.
Okay, but I'm not subscribed and I'm not signed in, and I can read it. So maybe you
Can you?
read
That's really
maybe
weird.
maybe you read too many articles, so they're blocking you.
No,
So
no, I can't see this.
maybe you're in a
Can't see it.
country that blocks it.
Can you read to me what it says his mental health records are, or whatever? I'll check the stream.
Yeah, Luigi Mangione was fixated on brain fog and other health symptoms. Sleeplessness and back pain marred the path to adulthood for the alleged United Healthcare CEO shooter. Uh, Luigi Mangione was preoccupied with a litany of health problems years before he disappeared. Mangione posted on social media about back pain, sleeplessness, and brain fog. He sought advice from people experiencing similar symptoms. In the years before he was charged this month with murder in the fatal shooting of United Healthcare Chief Executive Officer Brian Thompson, Mangione wrote about attempts to manage what ailed him through diet and exercise and expressed frustration with healthcare providers. Mangione posted over the years on Reddit forums about Pokemon Go, the University of Pennsylvania, and bioinformatics. In 2018, he posted on forums about irritable bowel syndrome and visual snow, a neurological disorder that causes people to see flickering dots or static. Jesus Christ. Those conditions don't have clear causes or uniform treatments. Mangione's disappearance from social media, friends, and family before his arrest has left detectives and amateur internet sleuths working to fill the gaps. One question is whether his health has any connection to Thompson's fatal shooting. Serious mental illness often manifests itself in men during young adulthood. Many symptoms are vague and difficult to identify until a person's illness is clear. Agitation and lack of sleep can accompany a number of physical and mental health conditions. Whether Mangione had any of these conditions isn't clear. When Mangione was in college at Penn, he posted about trouble sleeping and brain fog, cognitive symptoms that include difficulty concentrating and mental exhaustion. The problems began in high school and worsened at Penn, he said. Mangione attributed his decline to a stretch of heavy drinking and little sleep during his fraternity's hell week. From So he had 1 week of over drinking, and that did it. I sim
Also, it said he disappeared. Did he disappear for 3 years or something?
No, I think he disappeared a couple of months ago.
No, before his arrest.
Yeah, he disappeared before his arrest a couple of months ago, not years, as far as
So
I
we don't
know.
know what he did before
He
he just
was,
disappeared.
I mean, he was in Hawaii or something. He traveled. I don't know. I don't know enough.
I
But
see.
everybody knows he disappeared. I mean, we knew this from the beginning that
He didn't talk to his family, friends, and
yeah,
everybody. He just disconnected from everyone.
yeah,
Weird.
yeah.
Maybe he went somewhere hiding. Maybe he
No,
was planning this attack.
no. We know where he was and what he was doing and who he was talking to. We know that he became radicalized by talking to people. You know, I mean, I think he became
You think
radicalized.
people motivated him?
I mean, more. I think by intaking Moore, who is a communist, you know, the by intaking communist propaganda, he became a communist, and that's it. You don't, I mean, when you become a communist, that's where you go. That's what communists do. They execute. They always end up in with mass executions. That's their go-to method.
Yeah. There's even a book I think it's called Land Wars, where it's about like Chinese getting all the landowners and like killing them all,
Yeah,
giving them like files and shit like how they just street files. They would just drag them out of their business and just this person is guilty of blah blah blah, and then killing them, whole
yeah,
family.
yeah. Once you become a communist, then you become a mass murderer. That's the rule.
Anybody.
So, are you saying most murderers are communists?
No,
No.
no. But communists become mass murderers. I don't think there is an exception. Communists end up mass murdering, like very big numbers. Like Stalin ended up murdering, I don't know, tens of
Yeah,
millions. Mao and Paul,
Laos,
yeah,
Pol
Cambodia.
Pot, Pol
Che,
Pot.
Pol
Pol Pot.
Pot, Che Guevara, all the communists ended up with mass executions. It's
And
like
that was in like different parts of the world too.
Yeah.
what? What did he say?
He said it's in different parts of the world too.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where, what religion, what ethnicity. Like when you become a communist, you become a mass murderer, mass executioner. You can see it. I mean, you can see the manifesto. The manifesto, I mean, these parasites have to go. That's what it is. When you become a communist, you believe in it's just disinformation. You believe that there is conspiracies and there is corruption and greed. You believe in
Well, wait a
disinformation.
minute.
What?
There can be real conspiracies and corruption. It's just that, I mean,
But it's not.
you need to have evidence.
But you need to have evidence, and you can deal with it and deal with it. Talk about it. File a complaint. Go to the police. File a complaint. Do something about it if there is.
But
If
they
you
might not do anything. But yeah.
I mean, what do you mean they might not do it? Then go to somebody else,
But
complain, make a
definitely
move.
exhaust. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I agree.
Like, but these people, they believe this is that's why I named it. Luigi Mangione was disinformed. It's just communism is just disinformation. That's all it is. Communism is
Okay,
just.
can you give an example? Sorry, can you give an example of one of the pieces of disinformation?
I mean, you can see literally when you read the manifesto where he brings up more. Here, I'll paste again the critical words. But many have illuminated the corruption and greed, Rosenthal Moore. So he
Well, I
talks.
mean, if they pointed out actual corruption and greed, I mean, what's the issue? That's not necessarily just.
No, there's no corruption. There's no evidence of corruption. What corruption? You
What do you
think
mean?
Brian?
The CEO was in charge.
Fine,
With,
it's being
for a certain amount of time.
charged. Being
A
charged
lot
is
of
not
people hated him.
okay. Look, that this is disinformation. So, Mr. It's a me
It
Luigi.
wasn't.
He said in his manifesto, but many have illuminated the corruption and greed, Rosenthal Moore. That's disinformation. If there is
Weird.
corruption, then go to the police and file a complaint. You don't need to do much more than that.
No. Wait a minute.
What?
No,
The
I mean, you have
problem
to find
is,
the corruption first.
if you go to the police are not going to do anything. So I think the problem
Yeah, 'cause there's
is,
corruption in the police department.
no matter how much we protest, we talk to these people, we hold meetings,
Why would the police do?
we do
Wait.
press conferences. Nobody's doing anything.
Okay,
And people
why
are
not?
tired. People are
Then
tired.
what do you mean people are tired? Look, if you think the police are not doing, then you join the police and you do something. I mean, do something. Talk. Talk. What do you mean? So
Why
what?
do I have to join the police?
No, look.
Police are people in authority.
Look.
They have the power
Okay, let me
to
ask
go
you.
to the go to the government
Okay.
and say something.
Okay? What's your evidence? What's the evidence? What's your evidence that there is corruption? What's the evidence?
Corruption is everywhere.
Show me
It's
the
like all
evidence.
over the news.
Show me the evidence. If it's everywhere, then it's nowhere. Show me the evidence. What's your evidence that there is corruption?
People are paying for stuff
What's the
they
show
shouldn't be
me?
paying for.
What do you mean? Show me the evidence. What's the evidence? What's the evidence that
Like
there
for
is?
example, the healthcare. People are not getting the services that they're paying for. And I work in healthcare.
Okay, if you
No,
think
the amount of residents and families I spoke to that are so fed up and so tired
you know
that their family member is not
I'm
getting the quality care that they're getting.
yeah, but I'm fed
And
up.
these nurses and doctors are making so much money with low quality care. That's an example.
No, that's not corruption. That is not corruption.
They're making
Okay,
money and the people are suffering.
That's not corruption. That's not corruption.
so I linked a Wikipedia page on the New York Police Department corruption and misconduct.
I'm not saying
That's
that.
the
Look, I'm not saying that there is no corruption. I'm just saying, show me the. Let's discuss the corruption. You think there is corruption in the health insurance industry? You think Brian Thompson was corrupt? Okay, what's your evidence? What's your evidence that he was corrupt? We can discuss it. What's your evidence that there is corruption in the health insurance industry? We can discuss it. If you think there is corruption, we can discuss it. As far as I know, it's a private company. If there is corruption within a private company, then the shareholders should sue the CEO or file a complaint against the CEO. I mean, if you think Brian Thompson did something illegal, then I mean, it's basically, you need to have been harmed by Brian Thompson, and then you can file a complaint. You can sue Brian Thompson. You can sue the insurance company. There's so many things you can do. You can make a documentary. You can do something, but there is not. He didn't do anything. All he said is there's not enough space to explain why he's doing it. And if you want to know why I'm doing it, then it's Moore. Moore talked about corruption. But there's no corruption. That's nonsense.
I don't know if I
Yeah, and that
agree. I mean,
and he hasn't if he hasn't been convicted for something,
I
then,
don't
then
understand
that
what you're
should also
saying.
be a sign.
Nobody, you gotta speak clearer and louder and slower. I don't know what you're
If
saying.
okay, if the CEO hasn't been convicted for something, then that's a sign there isn't much evidence.
I mean,
I'm
being a
not saying it means there's no
Luigi
evidence
and a
that could be seen,
mangione, a macchia.
but as far as we know, it has there hasn't been enough evidence for a conviction. But I'm open-minded that it could have
yeah.
been some kind of corruption.
Okay. Even if there is an actual conviction that that CEO was corrupt, we can even then debate if that has positive or negative ramifications on the clients. But right now there is no conviction, correct? So there's nothing right now, innocent until proven guilty. So there's nothing. And if you would say,
So this article,
Mhm.
his coworkers filed a complaint.
That's nothing. It's something, but
you just asked.
what? It's not
You just
enough.
asked for that. You just said
No, I need.
that's what you
So if
asked
we
for.
so filing a complaint is not enough. Then what else would we do?
What do you mean? You follow up the complaint. I mean, the complaint has to mature into a conviction, into something. I don't know. A complaint. I can complain about.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You asked for evidence of corruption, and then we provided it to you, and now you've moved the goalposts to something else, right?
No, it's fine. No, we can discuss the evidence. I'm not just saying you can present evidence and that's you win the discussion. I'm
Right.
saying you can present the evidence. We can discuss it. Everything is fine. And even then, let's say Mr. It's a me Luigi was 100% correct. Okay, show me the scientific theory by which if we execute the CEO, we're going to improve the situation. As far as I know, this is the path that every communist regime ended up taking. It always ends up in just endless suffering. Everybody just executes and executes and executions, just executions. The blood flows, but the situation doesn't improve. This happens every time, again and again. I understand you're frustrated, but you're like a little baby that's frustrated. Yeah, that's all you are. You're a
How
little.
many CEOs
I,
have to kill?
Also,
You
I don't agree with that, by the way. That's not true. The situation did improve under communist regimes, so I don't know if that's true. I think
What do
that
you mean?
things probably improved under those regimes because it was even worse under the previous regime.
So why don't you move to one of the communist regimes? Why don't you
I'm not
move?
in a communist country. What are you talking?
Why
Why
are
would
you
I
not
move to another
moving?
country?
Why are you not moving to North Korea?
Because it's relative. Like I'd be better in Ireland than in North Korea. I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
And my country has independence. My country fought for independence. We got independence in
Yeah,
the
but you
1916 rising.
right. Okay, look, communist countries are hellholes. People are
Yes, I
always.
agree.
Oh, we lost Hafsa.
I didn't disagree with that. But the issue is, before there were hellholes, they were even worse.
How do you
Like,
know?
was Russia launching rockets into space before communism?
But that's
There is an argument one could make that there was progress, but it could have been even more progress if there wasn't communism. So maybe the communism was a benefit caused.
Yes, I
Mhm.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question is, what's your scientific theory under which if you kill a CEO, the situation improves? I'm not saying that situations never improved when you killed CEOs. I'm saying, what's your scientific theory by which show me the cause and effect. Show me the mechanics
Well, it's a
here.
deterrent that, like, if I engage in this behavior, people will kill me, right? It's like
What
why
behavior?
don't you murder people?
What behavior?
Like, what?
What do you mean by in what behavior?
If there's corrupt rent-seeking behavior
What does that
in a
mean?
society,
What is rent seeking? What does that mean?
it's just the behavior where you're not necessarily adding adequate value to the economy, but you're getting money.
What is that?
Or you're getting compensation.
What does that mean to add value to the economy? What does that mean?
If I'm not increasing the value of like products and services and providing products and services to people, and
How do you how do you know if you're doing that or not doing that? How do you measure that?
you can measure it with various things. Like you measure it with income, like
Exactly.
customer satisfaction.
Exactly. So, right, he was the CEO, and apparently he wasn't fired. So the shareholders were happy with his performance. So they were looking, they were tracking these metrics, and they said, okay, he is adding value to the economy. That's what they were saying.
Right, well, Luigi wasn't a shareholder. I don't, there's other people apart in the country apart from shareholders.
Yeah, but you're the face of evil. You have to remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important. We should never forget that.
Yes.
That's critical.
It is. It is.
What are you talking about, Luigi? Luigi wasn't a shareholder.
Yeah, he was a shareholder. Yeah, I never said that the CEO was.
You never said Luigi landed on the moon. You never said that. You never said Luigi landed on the sun. You never said the
but you're
sun.
talking about shareholders.
I was
when
talking.
we're asking why did Louis.
I
When we're
was.
asking why, what message
I
is to
was
send,
speaking English, and the sun is a word in English. What are you saying? The sun is not a word in English? Are you saying? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't make that claim.
But you do agree that I'm speaking English.
I don't know that you're speaking English.
There you go.
Are you speaking American?
Anyway, I never know if you're just trying to be the face of evil, or that's your nature? That's what I honestly don't know. I need to write a manifesto, but unfortunately, I don't have the space.
Oh my god, the Discord CEO will be shot now next by Mr. Slave because of the
The lack of it.
the behavior of the face of evil on the platform. Nobody did anything about it, so the CEO needs to be shot. You know.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah. Well, at least it's a me Luigi. You know, he did what he thought is the proper thing to do in order to improve the situation. Look, he had to try. Like, hello,
Hello.
Count Daikekula?
Dicula?
Oh,
Great
Daikula?
name, by the way.
Yeah.
but did you intend it to contain the word dyke?
Yeah, I'm a lesbian.
Oh, that's
You,
But I
cool.
you turn
like
all the other girls
vampires.
into vampires? Is that it?
Yeah.
Or would you bite them and then turn them into lesbians? Is that how that works?
Sure.
Oh my god.
Wait,
That's
but
awesome.
a dyke is a specific type of a lesbian, right? It's like a male presenting lesbian.
No, it's just a slur. It's
Oh, it's
just a
just a
slur for
slur.
all lesbians. Yeah.
Wait, a dyke. Wait, they any? Your pronouns are they any? What does that mean,
Yeah, I
any?
just
So I can call you any, or any pronoun?
no. I use any of them, you know. You wanna use she, you wanna use he, I don't care.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
used to have my pronouns as he, him, they, them, and daddy. You know,
Ah.
I
That's
thought that was
crazy.
hilarious. Yeah, it's hilarious.
wait, are you in high school?
Me?
Yeah,
No.
you before
I
high
Yeah, you
school?
am
went to
20
adult
years
school.
old.
Oh, you're 20.
You're
I,
20.
yeah.
You're already 20.
Yeah.
We have no mutual friends. Two mutual servers. United
I'm
States.
like
hmm
I'm I'm in college right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
What are you studying?
Visual arts.
Nice. Wait, so are you like as a lesbian? Are you feminine or masculine?
I'm feminine.
Wow. And you're 100% lesbian, or you're like 99% lesbian? That's the first question.
100%. I love women.
But
Yup.
is that the first question every guy asks?
Uh, Usually guys don't talk to me.
Oh, guys don't talk to you,
I'm
really?
pretty fair enough.
Ah,
Yeah. I don't know. I think they can clock me, you know? Like, I think they
Clock?
clock me pretty.
What do you mean
Yeah, like they
clock?
clock the gay.
they have
Oh,
gaydar now. They have like
Yeah,
gaydar because
they're like,
beep 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 when you get close. You know, it's like
yeah, like it goes off.
I
they
see.
Yeah,
have their dyke
Wait a
detector.
minute.
You
Are
know?
you? But
yeah.
were you born male or female?
Female.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because I've had an encounter with someone who basically made me feel like they were born female and they were lesbian, but they ended up being born male and
Yeah, the
presenting.
trans man.
Yeah. So sometimes trans claim to be lesbian. It's like
Listen, if a
trans,
trans woman wants to call themselves a lesbian, I don't really care. It doesn't bother me.
but that's so weird because I'm a lesbian trans woman that's presenting masculine. That's like so, like it's just a guy. At that point, you're just a guy.
Um,
It's kind of funny.
Yo, I had this friend. He's a gay guy, and he said that Luigi was hot.
I don't think Luigi is hot. I mean, I'm not gay,
Ah.
but if I
It's
were
probably because
gay,
you're not gay.
Yeah.
I don't think Luigi's hot. I think
So,
Luigi is a sociopath, and women in
and
I think women in general are attracted to bad boys. So I think it's the bad boy effect. I don't think
Why
Luigi.
don't they
She's
have that
not a woman.
attitude towards? Why don't they have that attitude
But
towards the
yeah,
shooter that tried to
Wait,
shoot
let
Trump?
wait let
Yeah,
let
in
why didn't they
honor
have that
of
attitude towards like Osama bin Laden?
wait 1 second. Count
It's-
Count Dicula. Go ahead. What were you
in
saying?
honor of my homosexual friend, I say we free him because you know what? I think he deserves a chance with Luigi for real. I think he deserves a chance with Luigi. Like
I mean,
he could really get it.
but
I think he could get in there and like change him for real.
yeah, I don't think Luigi is gay. I think he's like very straight. But he says
You
that,
never know, you know.
yeah, that's true. But Luigi said that he cannot have sex. He's unable to have sex because of his medical condition.
Damn, that's crazy.
And
I feel bad for him.
that's what drove him into insanity, the fact that he's not able to have sex.
Did he have damage to his sciatic nerves? Like, what is happening there? I wonder. The sciatic nerve problems. It's the main nerve that goes down your ability to use your legs, and your bowels, and your um your ability to pee and things like that. If you have a chronic Aquinas syndrome or something like
So, yeah, but okay, but Count Dicula? Count
Yeah.
Dicula. Do you think we should free It's a Me Luigi besides having your friend wanting to bang him?
um I think that it was not really like you know what, I think he was justified in that. You know why? Because like this guy has caused like so many like poorer Americans who just want like healthcare to not only get denied, like healthcare in America has like notoriously been like really fucking rigged. Like especially against people who just don't really have the money for it or barely making the money for it. Like you need healthcare, like obviously. Like this wouldn't be happening. Like we wouldn't see these cases with so many people like rallying behind Luigi if they also didn't have any sort of gripe with the medical with like medical insurance within America because it's really not that good. Like it's not that good. Like I have medical insurance through my mother
Mm-hmm.
and you know what it like barely covers like they barely cover anything like honestly
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like yeah.
Like, what did
and then
you?
there's deductibles as well. So like you're not even covered for the first like 5 grand or something crazy.
Well, it
Yeah, like it's
depends.
really rigged in America. Like
What do you mean?
when people say that American healthcare is really bad, like they're not joking. Like most of these healthcare companies do not care about the people that they're supposed to cover. Like they don't really give a shit about them. They just want to like, make a quick buck.
Hmm. So, why are you not creating a new health insurance company that's going to be better, and everybody will come to your health insurance company, and you'll take over the market?
Serious right now?
Yeah.
Like, are you like asking me as like a serious question?
Yeah.
Like this is a genuine question you're asking me.
Yes, genuine.
That's like, do you know how much money that would like? Do you know how much money like that would take to do something like that?
I don't
Like you
know,
can't
but
just do that off of the whim.
I'm not. I'm
I'm
right. So
broke. I'm broke.
you
Like
don't
that's not
need
my grade.
you don't need money in order to create a company. You write a business plan, and then you go and get in.
Definitely do need to keep it running. Yeah, you do.
No. I'm saying you write a business plan, and then you go to investors, and the investors give you the money if they feel that your business plan is going to give them a good return. Right? And what you're saying
Okay, but
is, mhm.
there's no guarantee that those investors will do that. There's no guarantee that they'll like write me anything.
Why not? You're saying that the situation right now is bad. That sounds like somebody can create a better health insurance company and take over the market. It sounds like the situation is ripe.
Well, yeah, the situation is bad, but like nobody wants to do that. Like they're
Why
not.
not?
Nobody's going to do that.
Why not?
I don't
If
know.
What do you mean you don't
It's
know?
definitely more. It's definitely more complicated than you're like framing it to be.
I'm
You know,
framing
like I
it.
feel like you're.
What do you
Yeah.
mean I'm framing it? I'm following up your frame. I'm taking what you said and I'm saying I'm
What do you
following.
mean?
Look, you said that the situation is bad. So I'm saying, oh, that's great. Whenever you have a bad situation, that's ripe for someone to produce a better service and take over the market. That's how it always works. How else, right? How did the iPhone take over the market? How did McDonald's take over the market? How did any company ever
A lot of
succeed?
these people, I mean, a
Mhm.
lot of these companies were made by already rich people or people who already had like backing by like rich people.
Not
So like, I don't
really.
feel like that's like,
Not
I
really.
don't feel like yes, McDonald's,
No,
yes.
no. That's not true. A lot of these companies, they
Talking
start.
about
No, people write business plan and then they get investors. They sell stocks and then they take the money and then they start the company. That's usually how it works. Even if you had money, you wouldn't take the money and invest it in your own company. Usually, that's not a good idea. That's a bad idea. Usually you take a little bit and invest in your own company. Usually you want to get many people to invest in your company so that if it crashes, each investor loses a tiny bit. That's usually how it works. It usually doesn't work when somebody uses their own money to create an entire company. That I would never recommend for anyone to do something like that. I would I would always recommend for anyone to write a business plan, get investors, and then start the company once you have, you know, enough money to start the company. So why don't you do
Start
that?
a GoFundMe
What?
and just start a Kickstarter. Go to
You
Kickstarter.com
can
and
go to Kickstarter.
people will
I
give you the
mean,
money.
there's
not
many.
gonna work.
Why? Why not?
That is
According.
not gonna work.
Why not? I don't
I
understand.
just feel like that's a very unrealistic approach to like
Why?
In
this.
this chat right now, we can start a Kickstarter for a community-run insurance
But
company.
all
It'll be
I'm
like a credit
showing,
union, but for insurance.
all I'm saying,
We got ideas, guys.
all I'm showing you, all I'm demonstrating to you is that you don't believe in your claim. You're saying the situation is bad. You don't believe it. If you
What do you
believed,
mean?
because if you believe the situation is bad and the situation can be improved, then you would run to create a better health insurance company. The fact that
I
you
didn't
I don't
believe
have the
this.
time for that. What?
Right, exactly. So you don't really believe. No one really believes. That's why it's disinformation. The situation cannot
Wait,
be improved. The situation right now is optimal.
It's definitely
uh,
not.
Then then
What?
then why isn't anyone creating a better alternative?
there
Because
are other
people
insurance
have
companies,
other
right?
things to do
because
in
of
their lives.
You're
lobbying.
digging
You
in
understand
me.
how much
Lobbying
like
space,
insurance
yeah.
companies lobby, right?
What
To
do you
like
mean?
get the politics. They want to get pushed in Congress. Like they literally give money to congressmen to push the policies they want to get pushed.
Okay, I'll
This is like
ask.
very well known.
Okay, Mr. Combinator, nice name. I'll ask.
This person isn't American. Mr. Slave is not American.
I am an American. Everybody knows I am an
America,
You do
American.
not
yeah.
sound. You sound like European.
Well, I was not born in America. I cannot be el presidente de los Estados Unidos, but I am.
No,
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
you're
am
They
If
not.
did
Arnold
change that rule, by the
Schwarzenegger
way.
can be governor, you can be president.
I cannot.
But there's a specific
No,
rule.
you have
Can't
to be
be
I know,
governor.
born in the
I
U.S.
know. I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm fucking making a joke.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So, Mr. Combinator, which is a beautiful name, I have to say. Mr. Combinator, the question was if the situation is bad, meaning the situation can be improved, then why isn't anyone creating a better health insurance company and providing
And
us? Mhm.
my point will go back. They try, but the lobbyists prevent them from doing it.
Who tried?
There are politicians that do try to change the healthcare system, but they never go through. It just gets in fucking limbo and never gets passed.
No. I'll ask the question again. So the
He wants
claim.
an everyday person to create a fucking like company, like insurance company, like medical insurance company. So like me, like your average day person who just works like a fucking retail job or works like a office job to just go ahead and like get a business claim and create a new one. But
I'm
like
not
it's
saying
obviously not that simple.
no, I'm not saying necessarily you. I'm saying there are about I don't know, 8 billion people on this planet. Why isn't anyone of all these billions, so many people are complaining. All I hear is complaints about the American health insurance system. So why isn't anyone creating a better health insurance provider? If the situation is bad, that means it can be improved. All right, then why isn't anyone?
I think Cumulator answered the point. You just can't, like, big pharmacy is not going to let another system that's more efficient. Well, they're
Yeah,
making so
if
much
it was
money.
that simple, it would have already been done. Like,
Yeah.
are you serious right now? If it was that simple, it would already been done. Like, there's
Obama
so few
tried,
people who
Sanders
can handle it.
tried,
No,
nobody succeeded.
you're not answering the question. I'm not talking about a politician.
I
I'm
just don't think you like the answer.
And the answer was because of lobbyists. But that was the answer, and you just
I
ignored
mean, they keep changing the answer, so it's difficult to talk
that.
to.
The answer was obvious.
What do you mean? He didn't
Answer is
say it.
P Diddy. P Diddy said no, so
Well,
can't now.
yeah, the face of evil is trying to help you guys in the debate.
He literally just repeated what Combinator said.
I
Like,
know.
are you not hearing?
I know. The face of evil, it's not going to help you to help them. They need to be able to figure it out themselves. All right, I'll ask the question again. So, you're claiming, Mr. Count Dicula, you are claiming that the situation is bad. And the situation, therefore, I surmise, can be improved. All right. Then why isn't anyone creating a better health insurance provider and taking over the market?
It's literally not that easy. I feel like if it was that easy, then somebody would have fucking done it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So why
But
then? No. Face of evil. She has to do it on her own. You tried helping. You saw it didn't get anywhere. Okay. So Count Dicula, you're saying it's not that easy. What do you mean? Why? I mean, yeah, go on, explain. Why is it not easy? Why is it not straightforward? What's
I
the
mean,
problem?
I don't fucking know. Like,
Then,
I feel
okay,
like somebody
then
would have done it if it was that easy.
exactly. And that's why
So
you
clearly, it's not as easy as you're trying to frame it.
exactly, and that's why you're wrong. That's why you need to retract your
What do you
entire
mean?
because it follows from your claim, right? You made a claim that the situation is bad, therefore it can be improved, therefore anyone can create a better health insurance
It could be improved.
provider, but no one is doing it, therefore your claim is incorrect, right?
I didn't say it could be improved. I just said that it was bad.
Well, bad means in general, right? Bad is relative to something, right? It could, right?
What
So
if something is stopping it from being improved?
then what? Then
Here's
from
a
it
fact-
to be improved?
Here's a
Like,
factor I don't even think you're thinking about. If they made their own like insurance, what's to stop them from becoming every other insurance company? Since that's the most
Right.
profitable way of running an insurance company. At least in America.
Then
like
why-
what's that to stop
then
them
wh-
from just becoming another United Healthcare, another Blue Cross? Like
Then-
what's to stop them?
Yeah, then why don't you do it? Why don't you do it and be a better person? Why don't you do it? What's stopping you?
Because genuinely, if you ask my opinion, I don't think the healthcare system's honestly that awful. I mean, there are urgent cares. Like if there's something small that you don't need to get surgery for, you can go into an urgent care and pay like $50 to get yourself stitched up. It's not that hard. A lot of people just
definitely
don't think we
more
already.
than like.
It's a little bit more intuitive, a little bit more into it than any other country. But I mean, like, it's not as bad as some people like to make it out to be.
Bro, I
Like,
went to an
people
urgent
act like-
care.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
went to an urgent care, and like all I did was get tested for the flu, and like, shocker, I did have the flu because I keep getting sick from my freaking job, and I got like a $100 bill. Got an $100 bill from that. From just getting
Gotten
tested.
stitches from urgent care. I mean, it
It's
just it
crazy.
depends on what you got. Obviously, if you got cancer, you can't go to an urgent care and pay $50 to fix your fucking cancer. But
Wait, Cuminator. I'm asking Count Dicula a question. She needs to
okay,
understand, right? But the question, she doesn't have an answer to the question. Therefore, she needs to understand that she needs to retract her entire stance.
4 minutes until Christmas, dude.
Awesome.
4
It's
minutes.
already Christmas for me.
Well,
Shit. You
yeah.
gonna wish me happy Christmas?
Merry Christmas. Yeah,
Thank
Merry
you.
Yeah,
Thank
Christmas.
you.
Merry Christmas.
I had Christmas
Merry Christmas,
yesterday.
y'all. Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas, y'all. Definitely Merry Christmas.
I
But
got
yeah,
Christmas.
sure, I'll retract. I
Really?
guess. Yeah.
That's you're the first person in the history of Discord to retract her position. That's
Cause like, if I'm like, I mean, I don't know the fuck. Like, I don't know how to like prove it. So like, of course I would.
that's awesome. That's admirable. Wow. You're gonna go down
But
in
yeah,
the
I still think free him for my gay best friend. Yep.
Wait, what?
I stand by that one. I say free him for my gay best friend.
Yeah,
For real.
I can definitely see that. But I think Luigi's gonna get a lot of peepees up his poop hole in prison if he survives. If he doesn't get the needle first.
No. His
Yeah.
family is rich. Like his family, he comes from a rich family. He's gonna be fine in prison.
He might go to a mental institution instead of like a prison. You know.
Wait, what did you say? The face of evil?
He might go to a mental institution instead of a prison.
I doubt it.
that's even worse. That's not
That
any
might be
solace.
worse.
That's even worse.
Anyway,
he might not get raped. I don't know. Never know.
I think it's a me
What if,
Luigi. You go on, nobody. What do you want to say?
So it's not a given that he would be harmed in prison. It could be like there are some tough guys, some buff dudes with buff who protects him in prison or something. One never
Well, here's
knows
the
about
thing.
prison
He didn't
policy.
rape a child or he didn't rape a woman. Like most prisoners, when it comes to murder, as long as it wasn't a woman or a child, they really don't care.
Yeah.
No, I
Like,
think
he
the
didn't
way
do anything like. I mean, when it comes to prisoners, like comparing murders, he didn't do anything awfully heinous that like prisoners would hate him for.
Look.
So I think he's probably going to be fine.
So
He's literally gonna be fine.
I think he's gonna get the needle. Most likely, he will be executed, and until then, he's gonna be in seclusion. What do you call it when they put them by themselves?
Solitary confinement.
Right. So he's gonna be in solitary. So he's not gonna get any pee up his butthole. As far as I understand. Now, if he goes and he is not in solitary, then yeah, he will most likely. I think statistically speaking, they do end up, unless he joins a gang. So he's either going to have to become a neo-Nazi or something. He's going to have to join a white supremacist. The only way to
bro.
The only way
Hell's
to
Angel as well.
Right. So the only way I think to survive in federal prisons, I think, is to join a gang, and right. Otherwise, you're gonna get pee in your butthole all the time.
You're not wrong. Like, yeah, if you're white, if you're in prison, yeah, you pretty much got to join the Aryan Brotherhood or the fucking Hell's Angels, and both of them are racist. So pick your poison.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to have a hard time because I think he's already disinformed. So the distance from there to becoming a Nazi is really short. So he should be fine. So yeah. Yeah. So everyone agrees. No one disagrees. So we all agree that Mr.
The healthcare system is.
Yeah, Mr. The Face of Evil. You're about to say what?
I was just saying that the healthcare system is amazing. Everyone agrees that it's really infallible. There's no problem. It's amazing.
I mean, incredibly enough, mathematically speaking, we agree that the health insurance system right now is optimal. Because if we could improve it by even a little bit, someone would have already improved it. And that's exactly what Brian Thompson
In what
was.
way? I don't know.
Exactly. There's no way
I
to
don't know what you're
improve it.
talking about.
If
What?
it,
They've already reduced the cost. Like Biden reduced the cost of insulin, so I don't know what you're talking about. The president intervened and reduced the cost of insulin. So
yeah,
like,
I don't know about that.
Why was the
it's already been
CEO
improved.
killed?
So what you're saying is the president just comes in and does whatever the fuck he wants. Like
That's what
I make
executive
that.
power is. I mean, obviously.
Wait, Mr. Ethics, you had
I
a
mean,
question?
yeah, but you can also overturn an executive order if it's that unconstitutional.
What's going on? Whoa.
No, I can't do that. Apart from the Supreme Court, I don't know anybody who would be overturning executive order. What happened?
Everything in government has checks and balances.
Everything is
I
fine
know that
now.
everything has checks and balances, but yeah, many things do.
There's not one thing that's like, what they could just be done and nobody can do anything about it. I mean, if we want to talk
it
about
depends. If the
executive
president,
orders, let's talk about the death row clemency that just happened today. Do you hear about that? Him granting clemency to every death row inmate?
Yeah.
So what's your
I mean,
opinion
they're
on
gonna be
that?
life in prison. But they're going to be life in prison anyway, so it's not.
I'm pro
Kill
execution.
them.
I think we should be.
See, there's 3 that he didn't give clemency to, so there's still 3 people that are gonna get executed no matter what. I wonder what the fuck those people did.
I don't know.
My fear is that Biden, before leaving, will what do you call it? Will pardon. Yeah. It's a me Luigi. That's my fear.
Oh my god! Imagine.
That would literally be that would literally like put the Democratic Party in a place of not winning elections for like the next fucking 2 cycles if he did that. I mean, he's already been doing some fuck shit that's like making him look bad already.
He would be popular. That's a populist move, right? I think that would.
With very few people actually support releasing. It's a me Luigi. It's a me Luigi.
In America?
I mean, back that up. That's disinformation right there. I don't know if that's true.
What's going on?
I mean, do you think most people morally would say murdering somebody because you disagree with their position would be a correct, standpoint?
I mean, most communists definitely think that murdering is the best thing you can do always. Like when they wake up in the morning, what should I do before coffee? Oh, let's murder people. That's basically,
Yeah.
Wait, Ethics, what's going on?
I'm hearing a guy getting his cheeks clapped. The fuck?
Yeah. Sounds like you're doing something weird.
Doing what?
Skibbity toilet goon.
Got a soundboard.
Oh dear fucking Christ. Dear Lord that art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Mr. Ethics, is that a lady's leg? Oh my god.
It's what a lady's leg.
No, I
his
changed it.
his
I changed
avatar.
it. It's just you gotta refresh it.
I don't
Merry
know.
Christmas, Cuminator.
I'm not trying to get
12
banned.
from you, dude.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, dude.
Melly Christmas. Melly.
I gotta work regardless.
Oh, dude. I quit my
Awesome.
job, so I'm chilling for a week.
Yeah.
Bang chilling. You're a Sunni Muslim? LGBT? How does that work?
Nah, it's just to piss off the muzzies, dude. get them fired up.
Awesome.
I don't
Wait,
even
are
know
you
what
from the
fuck
Middle
did I
East?
Put on my profile.
You're a Zoomer?
Oh shit! I put a lot of shit on my profile.
Interesting.
You're a pro-choice, Protestant, Reformed, ex-atheist, fundamentalist, libertarian. You're a libertarian?
Yes, I am.
Really? So, are you All right, let's get into that. What type of libertarian are you?
I mean, I'm just very like government staying out of like what you do, like with your own body, just like your choices, laissez-faire, pretty much.
Nice. Are you in favor of I don't know, fucking? So would you want like the government to have no say in abortion at all?
Yes, very little to no say. The people in state government should have the right to choose.
Nice.
My
Are you in
boast is
favor?
just people in state government should have the right to choose.
Are you in favor of removing federal income tax?
Yes, as it at least most of it is still remnants of prohibition from when they got rid of alcohol that they never got rid of. They just kept it so they could keep the alcohol revenue and keep the income tax revenue.
WW.
Like income was taxed up until prohibition, but it was at a very much lower rate than it did after prohibition because they absorbed the third largest industry in the United States at that time.
Are you in favor of? I don't know. Actually, I mean, the only topics I care about is just getting rid of fucking federal income tax and state tax as well. State income tax. Yeah, that's pretty much all I care about. So you're pretty much base then. You're not a fucking soy boy cucked commie fuck.
No, not at all. I would describe myself as socially centered and economically right-leaning libertarian.
Dick.
Because
what about
honestly,
immigration?
I don't immigration. Again, legal immigration, I have absolutely no problem with, but illegal immigration, I do take a very big stance with that. Because I mean, like, I know tons of people myself that like they actually immigrated. Like, I had a kid in my class who immigrated to this country legally, and it's not that hard to do it. Like, there's many ways you can become a legal immigrant. Like, even if you're just working here, like you can get a 2-year work visa or a 4-year work visa, and you're pretty much as good as a citizen for 4 years. And then you have all that time to become a citizen, study up on the citizenship test. Like, it's not that hard.
Nice.
Where do you guys stand on It's a Me Luigi?
I mean, I understand how somebody could be led to, doing that action with, all the alleged, things he was going through, but still ultimately taking someone's life is just a moral, it's a wrong. You can't, excuse murder. There's nothing you can do to excuse it.
But do you think killing the CEO will improve morale?
Killing the CEO will maybe make other CEOs scared for a little bit, but it's just going to go back to normal. Nothing will change.
So maybe we should murder more CEOs?
I mean, if you want to advocate for that, go ahead, but I'm never going to advocate for murdering.
Why not? What's wrong with murdering?
It's just, morally wrong.
What do you mean
Like
morally wrong?
The foundation of most societies is, based upon the 10 Commandments, which one of them is thou shalt not murder.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like fundamentalist fucking, philosophy we've had for thousands of years. Like, it's just wrong to do that.
Mm-hmm. But there's no reason. There's no reason not to murder. But it could.
I mean, unless we're fucking apes still, and oh, you took my leaf I want to eat. Let me bash you over the head with a rock.
But would you say that if we execute more and more CEOs, then we'll get a better, a better economy? Like they'll be better behaved. The next CEO will behave better. No?
An eye for an eye leaves the world blind and gummy.
But if I murder a CEO, then the next CEO is better behaved. So let's keep killing CEOs so that they're better behaved.
Keep killing people to have the people that take their place live in constant fear of being murdered.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound like a very good society to be living in, where you have to be, in fear of being murdered.
So would you say that the execution, that It's a Me Luigi, what he did, would you say it's going to impact humanity positively or negatively?
I would say ultimately it's going to be pretty neutral. I mean, most people are just going to write him off as a fucking quack that took an action that's morally reprehensible. Like I mean, I don't think it's really going to affect much. I think
Not
most people were
much.
forgetting 2 months.
2 months, not much, but in which direction? What even the infinitesimal effect on the universe, is it positive or negative? The net effect that it's a me Luigi is having on the universe, is it a positive or negative net effect, be it as minute as it may, but is it positive or negative? If we
It,
go on
it would
down
ultimately be negative because, I mean, you're murdering somebody. That's just not a good thing to have in any society, just constant murder. It would ultimately be a negative because then people are just going to keep murdering each other. Just the rule of law just goes out the fucking window.
No, but let's say it's government sanctioned. As long as you keep murdering CEOs, it's fine. So let's say that's the new rule of law, and we execute CEOs. So we're not worried about the rule of law; it's going to stand. But we execute more and more CEOs. Would you say that's a net positive or net negative?
All right, I was letting my dog outside. What did you say? Repeat that.
I'm saying, let's say the rule of law is going to stand because we're going to government sanction execution of CEOs. So there's no issue with the rule of law going out the window. The rule of law is going to stand, but we're just going to be executing CEOs. No, just every day, let's execute one CEO and see where that goes. Would you say it's going to improve the universe or um, hurt the universe?
I mean, that philosophy is completely unrealistic to me because there will never be a fucking society which will governmentally sanction killing. That's just fucking stupid. So that question is just absolutely asinine. Why would that even be a question? Because that would never happen.
No, but it's a hypothetical. In a debate, you have to be able to.
It's a hypothetical, but it's a completely asinine hypothetical that would never happen. Like,
Well, you
why
don't
would
know that. You don't know that. But
in a complete totalitarian utopia, if the government sanctioned killing, what the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, I'm saying, let's say Luigi, it's a me Luigi, he takes over. He runs a coup and he takes over and he says, new law. Every day we execute one CEO. Would the world be a better place or a worse place, and why?
No, because like I said, that's a completely totalitarian utopia that would never happen.
No, nothing else changes. He doesn't change anything.
That's about as logical as thinking the South would win in the Confederacy during the Civil War. Like, it's just completely illogical.
So you're refusing to answer the question.
I'm not refusing to answer the question. I just told you no.
No,
Because it's a completely illogical hypothetical question that would never happen in reality.
But you're not answering the question, right?
I just answered it
No,
three
you
times,
didn't. No,
actually.
you actually didn't.
I
will the
said
world?
no, it would be a net negative for society because
Why?
it's a completely illogical hypothetical that would never happen.
That's
the government
not.
is never going to sanction killing.
No, but let's say it's a me Luigi. He takes over the government and he implements everything the same except for one new law. That is, every
You
day
can throw all these goddamn stupid hypotheticals that are never going to happen into it. It's never going to happen.
Then you are refusing to answer the hypothetical. You're refusing to answer the question. It's fine.
I have answered the question.
You have
It would be a
not.
net negative because it's a completely illogical hypothetical that would never happen because nobody would stand for it.
Okay, that's not an answer. That's not an answer. I'm sorry. I gotta go. Thank you. See you later. All right. I'm tired. Tired, Trinity. 2 hours. Let's see. Did it finish? Did it finish the cooking? No, it didn't finish. Oh my god. All right, we're done. I gotta go eat. Me hungry. All right, everyone. Bye bye for now.